Hello, everybody. It's a new episode of the Peak Signing Agents podcast and YouTube channel with me, your host, DVO, Derek Van Otten. Thank you for tuning in. I'm here to help you become the best notary and signing agent that you can possibly be. And how am I going to do that? Well, on this episode, I'm going to share a very important tip. As you can probably see by the title of this episode, my tip is to keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. What do I mean by that? Story time. I got a story for you. So I have a client, one of my escrow officers, and she has a very special clientele. And her clientele are basically about to lose their home. They're in early stages of maybe foreclosure. So they have sensitive situations for whatever reason, right? It could be someone lost a job, someone passed away, maybe they're just not good with their finances and paying their mortgage. I don't know everyone's situation, but it can be sensitive. And I had something happen. And so I wanted to talk about it. Now, first of all, we all should know one of the main rules as a notary public is that we do not give legal advice. We don't give legal advice. We don't instruct people what to do. And really what we should do is keep our opinions to ourselves. Keep your opinions to yourself. All right? Basically, keep your mouth shut and stick to the document. So let me tell you what happened. Situation came up. People are about to lose their home. And they're short selling, kind of. They're short selling to themselves or a company, and they're going to buy it back. It's almost like those debt relief programs, something similar to that in a way. Anyway, that's besides the point. What happened was I sent a notary for my client to someone's house to sign this. And the notary gets there with all the paperwork. They arrive to the house. They sit down at the table. They do everything right. She's getting their ID, getting a copy. And then they start going through the paperwork. And the notary says, "Wow, you're selling it for this price. I wish I would have known. I would have bought it if you were selling it this low." Again, it's a short sell situation to help avoid either bankruptcy or foreclosure. Well, the signer was a little offended because, the notary's saying, "You're selling it this low. I wish I would have known. I would have bought it." And the signer told the agent. The agent was not very happy. The agent told the title company, who's my client, who came back to me, not very happy that this notary said that. Now, first thing I did, though, because I do think there are two sides to every story, and however, I do think the truth usually lies in the middle there. But I just thought, no, the notary didn't say something like that. So we call her up. Like, "Hey, we got this complaint. Did you say this?" And she said, "Yeah, but I didn't really mean anything by it." And we were like, "Why would you say that?" And it just became a whole ordeal. And the agent was really not happy. And my escrow officer had to go and have a meeting with the real estate team about it. And it just doesn't look good. And so we basically said, "Notary, keep your mouth shut." And she said, "I know, I should have just kept my opinion to myself. I don't know why I did that." And she even volunteered to write an apology letter, the notary did. And the notary did. The notary wrote an apology letter and mailed it to the real estate agent, just apologizing and as she knows better. And we all should know, right? We all should know better than give legal advice and talk numbers. Talking about interest rates or anything like that. If someone says, what interest rates are you seeing these days?" I don't answer that question. I keep my mouth shut. I keep my opinions to myself. But I don't throw anyone under the bus, right? If I'm running almost late because the documents showed up last minute, I don't throw the lender under the bus and say, well, I'm sorry, your lender didn't give me documents till the last minute. I just say, hey, almost there. We're almost finished getting your documents, and then I'll be over. I don't throw anyone under the bus. Even though I might want to, I don't. I keep my mouth shut. I keep my opinions to myself. I just get the job done. I don't talk interest rates when people ask me questions. What interest rates are you seeing? Is this a good interest rate? I don't talk interest rates. I don't talk balances. I don't talk about these things. They say, what are the interest rates you're seeing now? I say, oh, yeah, maybe around this. Or most of the time I say, I don't really pay attention to interest rates. I actually don't pay attention. I do so many of these a day. I see a wide range, so I don't really even pay attention. That's what I say. Honestly, I don't, because I do so many, I don't pay attention. There's too many that I'm doing. I don't talk numbers. I don't give legal advice. If they say, what do you think I should answer, true or false, on these questions on a sale? I'm like, well, let me just rephrase this. You tell me. And I've done a whole episode about it. But let me phrase this so it makes a little bit more sense, and then you just tell me if it's true or false. But I'm not giving you the answer. I'm not telling you the answers. I don't give legal advice. I don't share my opinion. Even I don't talk about politics. Even if it's something I agree with, I just nod my head with whatever they're saying. I'm just there for the task. The task is, let me witness you sign these documents and let me stamp them so it can be recorded properly. That's what I'm there for. I stay in my lane, and that's all I do. And guess what? That's all you should do. Stay in your lane. I've done a whole episode about this as well. Stay in your lane. Don't talk about anything other than the documents. Don't give your opinion. Don't give advice. Just stick to it. Give your pleasantries, and on to the next appointment. Now, this ended up being fine, but it was a disaster for a little bit. And it's just a reminder for all of us. Sometimes we get comfortable in our job. It's easy to get comfortable in any job. When you've been doing it for long enough and you've done plenty of them, it's easy to get comfortable and fall back and start feeling like you can say certain things. But don't. Do not. Stay in your lane. Don't give advice. Keep your opinions to yourself. Simple as that, and things will go smooth for you, and no one can hold you liable. I've had situations where people have blamed the notary, saying, "Oh, the notary said to do this," and I call the notary. I didn't say that. So you never know. That's why I just stay on track. Let's just stick to the documents. Let's just stick to what they say. I'm not going to give my advice or opinion on anything other than this is where you should sign. This is where you should date. This is where you should initial. That's it. That's what we should stick to. All right. That's my tip. Maybe a tip for new notaries, but it's a reminder for all you veteran notaries. This is a nice reminder because, like I said, it's easy to get comfortable and just feel like you can talk about certain things, but don't. Stick to the topic at hand. Stick to what you're doing. All right. All right. We'll talk next week on a new episode of the Peak Signing Agents Podcast. I'll see you then. Bye.